Frida's Cleaning Service is a small family-owned business established in 2003. With over 17 years of professional, high quality, and greatly satisfied service, La Frida's Cleaning Service will get the job done. Specializing in sanitizing your home, business, post-construction, and commercial cleaning, no job's too big or small. See for yourself and give us a call, 567-249-9172. La Frida's Cleaning Service. Our reputation is always spotless. Hi, I'm Queen Silvy of the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show. You want to expand and get noticed? Then come outside your box and into our world. Internet advertising has a real impact on global awareness and even sales, so let's make an impact together. Offering for a limited time advertising and sponsorship packages that excel your purpose. So contact Queen Silvy or Smooth Tim for the exciting opportunities that awaits. Yeah. Feeling overwhelmed, overweight, or out of sync with your health and body? Overtime Fitness Toledo. Need motivation and direction with your goals? Overtime Fitness Toledo. Here at Overtime Fitness, we strive to provide a warm, inviting, judgment-free, family-oriented atmosphere, offering customized and nutrition workout training. Because you are worth it. Give us a call and book your session today. 419-708-0005. Overtime Fitness Toledo. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Hey there, this is indie artist Chambray Price, and I rock with Queen Silvy on the Queen Silvy Show. Bye, y'all.
Today on the Queen Silvy Show, with great accomplishments and success, out to be an international sensation, national recording artist, multiple award-winning R&B-Pop Singer, Songwriter, Chila Lynn.
Welcome to the Queen Silvy Show. Tune in at 11, good laugh, good vibe, that's for sure. Get smooth with Tim, get smooth with Tim. They have you running like you popped the pill. Once you hear the show, you ain't gonna want it to end. Get creative with the sounds you can make with your mouth. Reaching all over the world, Queen Silvy in the house. Award-winning show, got the #1 spot, look out. It's the Queen Silvy Show. 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 Look out.
Hi, this is Joe Mass. You are listening to the Queen Silvy Show. You are now part of the royalty.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live, it's time for the silky smooth sounds of Smooth Tim and Her Majesty herself, Queen Silvy.
Hey, this is Smooth Tim, and thank you for joining us on another terrific Tuesday on The Queen Silvy Show. It is now my absolute pleasure to bring to you the world's sexiest granny, everyone's favorite comedian, the Queen herself, Queen Silvy.
That's right. It is me, Queen Silvy. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are in this great world today. Yes, thank you for tuning in, watching, listening to the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show. You are so in for a treat. So, hey, start right now and spread the word. Tell somebody.
Tell somebody.
That's right. Smooth, how are you today?
I'm doing terrific on this Tuesday, Queen, and might I ask how you're doing?
As always, I'm supercalifragilistic.
Expialidocious,
Damn
I suppose.
right.
It's 24/7, 365. Queen Silvy, you are just simply
Amazing. I know, right? I am amazing, but you are amazing. Smooth, you are amazing. Our guest is amazing, as well as some lineup of commercials, announcements.
all
Something.
the above. You look quite beautiful today, man.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, then.
Thank you very much. Energize me, man.
I
Energize
just
me.
did. Oh, wow. Hey, on today's show, Queen, you said it all. From Havana, Cuba, rather. A multiple award-winning singer, songwriter, and you're going to love her. Absolutely.
You're going to fall in love with her.
Chila Lynn.
That's right.
Hello. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate to be here on the show.
We
The
appreciate that, too. Look
we
at
appreciate you, too.
Hold on, Smooth got more to say.
Anyhow, quickly, as our announcements are going out to the world, our hearts and prayers are going out to you, and especially those in, suffering from this Russian invasion. And hopefully, it looks like they're drawing back. Who knows what the hell?
Listen, my hearts and prayers go out for anybody.
All that. And
anything.
And there's new viruses coming out, and
Yeah.
I think, I just, that's some of that monkey virus or whatever is going on.
Hey, watch out. I'm telling you.
Unbelievable. Take care of yourself. Mask up.
Yeah.
Like it or not, it's still the safest thing for us to do.
Faith over fear.
That's right. Also, if you would, please take a look at the top of the screen. You're going to see there scrolling a whole lot of different ways to get hold of the Queen and myself. But more importantly, go to www.thequeensilvyshow.com. Go to the contact tab and scroll on down and give us your email, and you'll get on our email list, as well as you can get yourself signed up for Sylvy's fun game, Sylvia Mid.
Sylvia Mid. That's right. I love paying it forward. Love giving away cash and prizes. And you can come aboard as well. We'll tell you about that later.
Absolutely. Also, because you are worth it, that is Foxy 5 Jewelry. It is sassy, elegant, and affordable jewelry and accessories for you or that someone special. Go ahead and visit Monica Wright on Facebook or go to her website at www.foxy5jewelry.com. Another way to keep up with this queen is to go to our YouTube page. Simply go to YouTube and in the search button, type in The Queen Silvy Show, and you will go to the content of all three of our shows and some other projects that we work on, and I think maybe some of the movies, cartoons, all that kind of goody stuff. Go there and visit. And while you're there,
Check it out.
subscribe.
That's right.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. You know what? Summertime and all this rain and this sunshine and how your lawn looks says a whole heck of a lot about you, and it's out there growing like crazy. So put that lawn care maintenance into the hands of someone who cares. That would be Top Notch Lawn Care of Toledo, Ohio. They are licensed, reasonable, and insured, and you can give them a call for a free estimate. That's commercial and residential services, by the way. 419-708-0005. And analytics.
Right on.
Absolutely. To our friends in Jamaica, Denmark, New Zealand, France, Mexico, Canada, the United Kingdom, and the
Shout
good
out
old
to you.
US of A.
Yes.
Thank you
Yes.
for tuning in to last week's show. We sincerely appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right, and if you're listening to this now,
That's right. If you are watching this live, Smooth and myself want you to know that we love and appreciate you. And if you're watching this later on our archive, Smooth,
our love is everlasting.
he learned over 2 weeks, ladies
got me
and
so
gentlemen,
trained.
how to say that
In
right
2
on
weeks,
cue.
I
That's
learned
right.
that. Why?
I love it. Yes, we love and appreciate
That's
you.
why they put me in the movies, because I can remember my lines.
Very good. Thank you very much. And again, thank you for tuning in, watching or listening to Queen Silvy Show on this terrific Tuesday. You know me, right now on this Tuesday, I am fasting, and you better believe I'm going to eat good this afternoon. It's just the way it is. But spread the word. The lines are open. You're more than welcome to call in and ask our guest a question. Holler at Smooth or myself or give a shout out. That number is 817-602 0577. That is the number to the Queen Silvy Show. Wherever you're viewing or listening to this, you are more than welcome to leave a comment or a question for our guests, and Smooth will definitely get that out to our beautiful guest. Before I get into my conversation with my beautiful guest, what I'd like to do at this moment is I'd like to share some motivational words from the Queen Silvy Show to you. Make sure you don't start seeing yourself through the eyes of those who don't value you. Know your worth, even if they don't. I mean, if you don't see your worth, you'll always choose people who don't see it either. So accept that you are enough and don't ever doubt your worth. Because I promise, when you start seeing your worth, you'll find it harder to stay around people who don't. That's right. And those are some motivational words from the Queen Silvy Show. To you. Hear that? That is my audience, because yes, I charge my audience every night. So we are raring to go today on this terrific Tuesday. Originally from Havana, Cuba. She's classically trained pianist, national recording artist, multiple award-winning R&B-Pop singer and songwriter that gave birth. Well, not birth. She gave life to the voice of Tiana in the Spanish version of Disney's The Princess and the Frog. She is definitely out to be an international sensation. Here today to share her music and her story, the story of the message that went into the bottle in the sea, and it went all the way over to Florida. Hey, we're going to find out more about that as I introduce to you Chila Lynn. Hello. I know I'm going to say at the beginning, if at some point of my excitement through my conversation, I say your name incorrect, forgive a queen.
No, you said it right away. I'm sorry. I'm at home. I'm at home. And I just wanted to say thank you.
You're all right. That's okay. Listen, this was me yesterday. Yeah. She had to mute it to tell him, like, if you don't go sit your ass down, I'm gonna. Then she turned it back up. Hey, yeah, welcome, Queen. Yes. Mute. If you don't listen,
I'm so excited to be on the show. And this is like an honor to be here, and I really appreciate it.
So you're just actually getting back home from Florida, right?
Yeah, I went to Florida to see my letter again because like 5 years ago, I threw a bottle with the letter into the sea.
Don't tell. We're going to talk about that bottle and that story, and I have some pictures to show of that as well. We're going to lead up to that. But listen, tell me about the noisemaker I hear. Can you hear me?
I hear you. Sorry, I have some issues. So, you told me about the message in the bottle. We're going to talk about later.
No, listen, I was asking you to tell me who is that noisemaker that I hear in the background.
It's my son. He just woke up. And can you say hi to the audience? Oh my God.
Oh, he's going to be a singer.
Well, he has lungs. Let me say, he has lungs. That was me yesterday with my grandson. I mean, they come with the energy, and that's the way it is. That's the way it is. She muted it again and say, "Look, I said sit down. Don't make me." That's all right. Are we good?
Yeah, are we good? Are we good to go? Well, are we good to go? So I just wanted to, he's my little hurricane. Everybody calls it a hurricane.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. He might be a singer too because he has some great lungs. I hear lungs in him.
Yeah. he might be he's really a hurricane, and he's like really excited to be here, adjusting really good, really well. And well, his name is Aaron. So thank
Okay,
you.
so today you're home in Havana,
No, I'm home in Atlanta.
in Atlanta. You moved to Atlanta. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I moved to Atlanta
okay.
right now.
So listen, what started out at a very young age for you was piano schooling and training. Tell me about some of the training that you've done because you started very early on.
Yes, I started when I was 5 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and then I started to study classical piano, and the music in general.
I've seen you play the guitar as well. Is there other instruments you play?
Yes, give me a minute. Just give me a minute. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, you know what? Listen, these babies are a mess. That's why I don't have any. That's why. Because they will do that. My grandson, shout out to Poopa Poo Omari. He is a handful sometimes too. When they wanted that attention, you have to give them that attention or the discipline to know, take a break. I'm gonna give you the attention
Occasionally,
in a minute.
that's what
But
they do when they're 2 and 3 years old.
it
Queen.
definitely happens.
We got our little booger that, I mean, your little
You don't call
poobah.
my grandson.
Poobah.
He is my pooba poo. I will, though, take a moment and do some shout outs while we get back connected with Chila Lynn,
Would you like to do
the
that, my love?
extraordinary woman doing some very things. She's just returning from Florida doing some promotional work about that bottle, message in a bottle again, and got to see her letter. We're going to show you that and find out what that message was that she sent to the water goddess from Havana, Cuba, that ended up over on the shores of Central Florida. And before we get into that and get connected back to her, I would like to give some shout outs. Shout out to Queen Jenna, Queen Ashley, Queen Follette Clark, Kenneth Rouse. Shout out to you. Shout out to Helen Myers, Peace Myers, Corey and Casey Patinio, Joan Mercer, Queen Sonia, Queen Khaki, Queen Aaliyah, Asia, Maya, Tay, Camille, shout out to you. Shout out to Queen Precious and Brianna. Shout out to you. I already gave a shout out, and he can have a double shout out if he wants to my grandson, Omari. Shout out
Your
to
poobah.
you. He is my poobah poo. That's correct. And to Jonathan Jr. and Jonathan Sr. and Tyron, shout out to you. Shout out to Kelly and Ryan and the All American Boys, Matt and Tracy and the All American Girls. In fact, we got a chance just this past weekend to go up in Michigan and see one of those All American Girls jam it down in some hockey. Wasn't that great?
You know what?
That was great.
Wait, that was amazing.
And she's only how old?
She is 10, but she plays on this U12 team.
She got me beat.
And because that's this. And I've never seen girls play this good hockey. And that's amazing. Well, they're all-star teams, but yeah, I mean, it was fun.
It was outstanding, and I had a great time. It didn't make me want to get back on that ice again, but she was like, I just accepted that she's better than me right now. And be her fan because I am her fan. But shout out to Pamela Anderson, C. Shorty Franklin, Patricia Wilhelm McGiffin, Gold Rosa. Shout out to you. Shout out to Donna Ferry, all the way in Africa. Amy Kamnima, shout out to you. Sabrina Williams, shout out to you. Pinky Harmon, shout out to you. Shout out to my good queens over in United Kingdom, Beth Lambert, Nicola Jones, Bethany Jones, and Kay Cross. Shout out to you. Over in Italy, Lorenzo Gabaniza, shout out to you. And from the Netherlands, my good friend,
Edith?
Yes, thank you. Edith Verhoek. I was going to get my tongue tied on that last name, but I got it now. Edith Verhoek, shout out to you. Miguel Montalban over in Spain. And listen, if you would love to be shouted out, if you have someone that you love shouted out and represented 3 times a week on the Queen Silvy Show, Tim's Tidbits, or the Now You Know Show, simply send me your contact information and the names to queensylvy@comic.com, thequeensylvyshow.com, or wherever you're viewing or listening to this. Pop it in the comments section, and Smooth will make sure he gets things taken care of. We do have our queen back again. Welcome back. Welcome back.
I am so sorry. This is the thing with the interviews at home. It's like I'm a really homey person, and yeah, you gotta kind of
Trust
figure
me,
out this.
I understand. With my grandson, he's real clingy. When he's up, if he's not clinging to me, we're playing together. So it's about attention too. So it's perfectly fine and okay. But
So
listen, yeah,
yeah,
do
so
you play any other instruments besides the piano and the guitar? I've seen you play guitar.
well, I've always been like be very I always had this need to of expressing myself, through music, to all instruments I can play. And yeah, I mean, basically, I learned piano in the school. What I studied was classical piano, so that's my instrument, my main instrument. And guitar has been I've been playing guitar like for 4 months so far,
That's
and
pretty good.
yeah, other instruments are like yeah, I do little things, but it's not like the piano and the guitar.
Well, I'm a little bit weird. My instruments started out as things like seriously sticks, and I also play the spoons. I have 8 brothers and sisters, so we had to make do with what we make do. But yeah, I love music. I'm very musically inclined. But are you happy and doing what you've always wanted to do?
Yeah, I'm really happy. I mean, I've been doing music ever since I can remember, since I was 4 or 5 years. I've always sang. I've always had instruments surrounding me, and yeah, I feel blessed because I get to do what I love to do. Also, it's a work that it's really demanding because music it's really, you know, it's a 24/7 job. But I also get to be with my family and travel and make interesting friends along the way. So I'm really happy. I
Well,
feel
that is
blessed.
that that is very good. And when you say that you were into music early on, I mean, I think tell me, am I right? You were like 4 or 5 when I don't know. Did Dad bring home Stevie Wonder album or something that you heard, and you're like, oh, it was Stevie. What is it about Stevie that kind of got you, even at that age,
Yeah. Um, I think it was, well, we all love Stevie.
right?
And yeah, what I think is as growing up, what I've discovered, studying, hearing more of his music was that, I think every musician in the world has a little bit of him, you know that's how big he is. It's kind of founder of a lot of things, pioneer, um undisputable talent. Of course, it's real. For me, it's a god. It's difficult for me to talk about him because it's like talking about a god. But yeah, I think it was all of that. I was really really little when I first heard him, so at that time I wasn't able to explain all of that. But growing up, that I realized about that, and yeah, it's
At the rate that you're going and with such great potential, you never know. You may be sitting in the audience of an award show, and who's across there? Stevie. You,
wow.
you just never know. But now I'm digging some of the female artists like Mary J. Blige, Nina Simone, Alicia Keys. Man, them are my girls. Which they paved the way for artists even like yourself. You
Of
agree
course.
with me? And so, yeah, they have it going on. And I bet you, have you heard people say, use you in comparisons to Alicia Keys?
Yeah, for me, a lot of people tell me that, oh my God, you sound like, you sound alike, Alicia Keys, Mary J. Blige, you sound alike R&B. People are always like putting me in the same sentence. That for me is crazy.
It's great. That's a compliment.
Yeah, I mean it's mind blowing, and it's really, I feel really grateful because that means that I'm doing something right. And
Absolutely.
yeah, so I really appreciate when people tell me that. I remind them like I'm the next generation
Right.
of music,
Right. Right.
so, and incredible artists.
Well, from your training and from your years of experience and all of this singing, how did you go about to even find your own voice, your own style, your own sound? Because that's one thing to get complimented about them, but I don't want to be like I'm not them. I'm my own entity with my own thing to give. So, how did you go about creating you?
Well, of course, first thing you do when you sing, when you do music, play instruments, is like to find an artist that you can relate to, and first you imitate a lot. You learn the style, because there's some sort of basic stuff that you need to have and master when you want to do something right, of course. And after that, you kind of started. I mean, for me, it was in the moment I started songwrite. I started to write my own music, that I I've, I discovered that I had something in myself, that it was similar to them, but it was also my own sound, and I started to create that. I think it was like 13, 14 years old when I started just to do when I wrote my first song. And yeah, it was kind of in that process, of you first imitate, and then you find yourself.
Well, take it as a compliment. You look 14 now. Ah, you got it going on, girl. You got it going on. Cause like right now, how old are you?
I'm 30.
You do not look 30. You just made me ancient though, by the way. Thanks. Thanks a lot. But listen, you're 30, but were you like signed to your first record deal at no 19, but you started writing songs at 13? Right?
Yeah.
Now, this is the part that sure you're going to grow up and mature really quick when you have your foot in the music industry, but you were signed to a label at such a young age. But the most blessing part is that you are right. You are doing something right, because that first album had songs that was created, composed by Pink and James Morrison. Did you know those names before you got signed to that label? Did
Of
you know
course.
how
I mean,
big they were?
yeah, they were really important also to me. And the first record label I signed was in Europe. I've already fed of American artists, and European also. So yeah, I've heard about those artists all my whole life. And I mean, of course, I got in with my own songs, but when those kind of artists and gigantic figures want to write for your first album, people like Jill Scott, Pink, as you said, James Morrison, Nika Costa, um, you don't say no to those people.
Right. I
Yeah,
mean, you don't say no to them, but
no,
did they try to change you along the way? You're a young artist. You just signed. All these big names got their hands in on the whole molding and success of you. How did that affect you though? I mean, this one thing to be good, but don't let it take it out of who you are.
of course, I was really afraid of that. But I think I was more scared of not doing, not giving my own seal to those songs, because, uh, at the end of the day, they were my songs and I had to make them mine. That's one of my biggest concern, and of course, make justice to all of those
Mm-hmm.
artists. I didn't want it to, like Pink said, oh my gosh, she did a terrible job. I didn't want that happen. So I put my best effort in it, and they all liked the versions I did, because I really took them into my area and gave them my sound. And yeah, one of the million proofs of it I had was that James Morrison went to Spain to do two shows, and he wanted me to open
Wow.
uh, these two concerts with the songs he wrote for my album, and he was thrilled. And I've also, well, I'm really grateful for that opportunity, for
That is
real.
really, really great. Like, I'm like, wow, okay. And now the music that we're going to be showcasing today on the Queen Silvy Show comes from that first album entitled Real Woman, right?
Yes.
Did you write the song Hit and Run?
No, it was written by James Morrison. He wrote Real Woman and Hit and Run. But when you um take those songs, of course I rewrote a couple of verses, and I kind of made it mine. And they are in my album. They are, they weren't edited before or recorded for an album before, so they're my songs. But
Oh, yes. You
it's a collab work. I love to collab, and I love to have that kind of support.
That's awesome. I wanted to present to you because we have the I don't know, is it an acoustic version? It's a version of you playing live, doing
Oh,
Hit and Run. Anything you want to say about the song before we play it?
well, it's a really emotional song. And every time I sing it, I remember how important it is to close a cycle and to be open to another, and also to, if you're heartbroken, it's good to feel the heartbreak, experimented it, but move on. So
Absolutely.
yeah, that will be my advice when you hear it, so you can also get the experience.
Intelligent Woman, and it's a great song as I present to you Hit and Run by Chila Lynn. Chila Lynn. Chila
Yeah.
Lynn. Right here.
It's like a hurricane. I don't know where it's from or when it came. I need a shot of Novocaine to get me on my feet. Did I dream the feelings mutual? It's how I feel if how you felt it too. Now I'm sitting by the motorway with tears in my eyes. She'll be no surprise. I know people lie, but you took off and left me for dead. I'm a victim of a hit and run. You burned my love in the midday sun. Should have read the sign through the cloud of dust that you left behind. Like a smoking gun, it's over now. What's done is done. It's a hit and run, hit and run, hit and run. Oh, not caught out to be the poor guy. Live on the right side, don't ask me why. And clean me out and left me high and dry. And you tell me well. Yes, I don't think that I can love again. My broken heart meant never made. I lost all my trust in humankind. Should be no surprise. I know people lie, but you took off and left me for dead. Oh, I'm a victim of a hit and run. You burned my love in the midday sun. I should have read the sign through the cloud of dust that you left behind. Like a smoking gun, it's over now. What's done is done. It's a hit and run, hit and run, and run. How can someone love and just let go? Why am I the one who's left to know? I know hit and run. I'm a victim of a hit and run. I'm a victim of a hit and run. You burned my love at the midday sun. I should have read the sign through the cloud of dust that you left behind. Like a smoking gun, it's over now. What's done is done. It's a hit and run, hit and run, hit and run, hit and run. Yeah.
girl. I'll be like, girl, you can sing.
Oh, thank
You
you
have
so
a
much.
very beautiful, strong voice, girl. I believe in you. I'm telling you, you guys, it gets better than just that because let me see. You are talking to me English, but you also speak Spanish.
See,
Any
yeah.
see, I can say see an amigo. I'm getting
Gay.
there. Yeah.
Gay.
But are there other languages besides the two?
Well, yeah, because languages are kind of my hobby actually. I
Oh,
also speak French
oh,
and Chinese is
we.
what I'm learning right now.
Tell me one
What kind of
Chinese word.
Mandarin or which?
Like 下午好 is like good afternoon.
Xiao
Yeah, 下午好.
Shit.
Good man, look at you.
Shit. I learn something new every day. I tell you, yes, I do. What were you saying, Smooth?
Oh, I wondered what style, because I know there's a couple styles. Mandarin is one, and I'm trying to think what other type of Chinese language there is. There's like two major languages.
Yeah, it's Mandarin. Wow, I'm
Well,
learning.
wow, that's good. Let me tell you something. You are a dynamite package. I mean, you are beautiful. I love your style. You have a beautiful voice. Speaks so many languages. Chinese, girl. Are you married yet?
I'm happily divorced. but
Happily
well.
divorced. It's okay to say divorced. Shit, I've said it 3 times already. I'm divorced again. Damn it. But we learn from that. You feel me?
Girl, stop.
And
The audience is getting tired.
no, I charged that audience last night. That button is ready. You hear me? That button has got it going on. But okay, we were playing music from the first album, Real Woman. Are there more albums?
Yes, I have 2 albums, 2 studio albums. The second one is full in Spanish, but it has kind of touched in English too, but it's mostly in Spanish because I really, after a Real Woman, I wanted to record in my own language too.
Absolutely.
And yeah, it's called Amor y Miel, which in English means love and honey.
Mm-hmm. I love it. I love it. Smooth, you have something?
A couple of viewer responses. Ray says, beautiful. You kind of remind me of Alicia.
Oh, thank you so much.
She's
for
like,
real.
I've heard that already.
I imagine I know who he's talking about, Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do kind of favor her. Yeah, I guess so.
So I guess that means you about to make some real money, girl.
Cammy says, I love it.
Oh, thank you so much for real. It's insane. I mean, all the support I'm receiving, and I've always received I always felt really welcome everywhere I go. So it's really important to me, without audience, without you, the media that are supporting us, artists, we're nothing without you. So I feel blessed to be able to say there's people to support me.
Well, thank you. And you guys are more than welcome to call in. The lines are open, 817-602-0577. You can talk to Queen Chila.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh, you know what? It's terrible. I don't know why that name is beautiful. And my mind want to say so. Chila Lynn, you come here right now in this house. Chila.
Did you ask Chila? Did you if she had any formal music training?
Oh, plenty at the beginning. Oh my
Okay,
gosh,
must have
she's
been
so
putting
well
stuff
trained.
out.
I tell you, you can teach too.
No, I was just watching her play the piano, and I'm like, she's very good at this. She's had some formal training. I'm gonna see if she told the truth, but I missed that.
Oh, she's more than good, right? Tell him. It's like you good.
Yeah, I heard her say she was learning the guitar. Now, who's teaching you the guitar? Is that going to be self-taught?
Yeah, well, guitar is self-taught. But piano, yeah, I studied in the music school, classical piano, and daily I do technical exercises. I love classical writers and composers of all time, like Chopin, like Liszt, and Mozart. I love to study those too, but it's not my specialty area. But we all musicians have to, to study them, in order to master your instrument. They're really important. And yeah, but guitar is self-taught. It's not easy, but I think it was easier for me because, I learned music since a very early age. So I have a lot of musicians that surround me. And, if I have some kind of doubt or if I have a question, they always they're always up to, to help me out. And yeah, I kind of researched the notes that which I know already because I've been studying music my whole life, and I just find the position. And as a songwriter, it's also really cool, to be able to change instruments and taste different sounds and do it by yourself. So yeah.
Smooth is shaking his head because he knows.
I was just kind of laughing. I was, watching you play. I could tell that you was trained. It was obvious. But then I was going to comment, well, the piano doesn't give you calluses.
Yeah. Do you have calluses yet from the fingers of the guitars?
Well, the guitar, not so much. Because I already have strong hands because of the piano, but it's different because it's a string and it's metal.
Yeah, I was talking about your fingertips.
Yeah, but when I started back when I was, because in Cuba we started at our very early age with 4 or 5 years old. When I started to study piano, for sure I was really hurting in my fingertips and also my hands. Because you start to like going to the gym, but with the hands,
It's true.
Yeah, but that's good training and it pays off. It makes you, that's part of your dynamics, I can sing, but you really can sing. Like I only sing in the shower with water on me. That is it, but I didn't say I couldn't sing. That's where I have to be to sing. But you throw down really well. I'm going to ask you to throw a little down for me in a minute, but someone just messaged in because they read where I said, and it is true, that you brought life to the singing voice. Is Tiana, am I saying her name right? And the Spanish version of Disney's The Princess and the Frog. You were about 18 years old then, right?
Yes, that was kind of my first formal, the first formal work I did when I signed my first record deal. And working for Disney, it was insane.
Right?
Yes, we were talking about when you study an instrument, you don't have almost time to play or to have like a normal childhood, with a lot of friends and playing the whole time. I used to study like 5 hours per day. And it's difficult, but as you said, Queen, it pays off,
Yeah.
Some later. But Disney gave me that opportunity, to go back to my childhood and and play as to be a princess.
But to leave a legacy.
Touched by the story also because growing up you see all these princes like red hair, blonde, and as a mixed girl, I always wanted to identify myself also with
she's a princess of color.
Yeah, she was the first princess of color of Disney, and it was like, wow, it's gonna be my voice in her every time she sings because when she talks, it's an actress, but every time she sings, it's me. So it felt really really personal, and I was really happy to do it because as a girl, I always try to find myself and I couldn't. And now there are a bunch of girls, a lot of girls that are going to be able to find themselves also in Tiana. So it was an amazing experience to be a part of it.
Where did you record that?
Well, it was in Spain because I was living there at that time, and it was in Madrid in Disney Studios.
Wow. Okay. At a young age, you've left a legacy. That's a legacy. Disney is like big, and there's so many little girls that's just going to oh my gosh, that's an honor actually. But tell me, did Disney hook you up with T-shirts and a whole bunch of other stuff? Did they give you some cups and some, did Disney hook you up with some Disney gear and stuff?
Well, yeah, of course.
Okay, now they're cool. Because if you was going to say, no, I'm like, what, dear Disney? I'm going to tell them what? So, okay. But through this process, because starting out so young, you really do have a lot of experience. You're doing a lot of things. What is it that you learn about yourself? What did you learn through this whole process as well as success about you?
Well, I learned to be patient. Because and not only to be patient, also to be aware of everything that's happening to you, because when you start in this at so young, I always had people around that you didn't know where you at, you don't know what you're achieving. This is huge. And I would say, and I was like, yeah, I know, but they tell me, no, you don't know, you know, because you're young, but you're not so mature at that time. So I learned to live in the moment, to live in the present, to enjoy every single detail of it. And also to be patient, because this is about is about consistency, you know, not giving up. I learned to see obstacles and, you know, overcome a lot of every difficulty I have in front of me, and you know, stand up and walk away with a positive experience and stronger. So
So listen, you know something, you are one of the lucky ones. I've interviewed artists who get their foot in the music door and their dream, everything that they foresee does not happen that way. It does matter that you have a good support system. Shout out to Mr. Johnson for helping hook this up for me. But it does matter that you have someone in your corner and a good support, because look at you. You are beautiful. You are strong voice. You have it going on, got it going on. Tell me how you stay the warrior, how you keep the confidence amongst the haters and those that don't want to see your butt succeed.
well, I I keep honest. I have a slogan we can say, if like what you hear is what it is, which means I'm honest with my work, I'm honest with the people I keep around myself, nothing toxic, and most of all my team is my family also. And I try to keep my friends really close to me. And yeah, I try to be every minute I can with my son, with my family. As I say, my new manager Lee Jans, and my all my team, they're all amazing. And I just surround myself with people that are as much in love with what we're doing together as I do, because I believe that's the only way, you know, despite everyone everyone outside, you know, there's people that's going to hate, there's people that's going to be in love. And I just want people to see a great performer, a great musician, and most of all a great person, a good person who they can relate to. um
Absolutely.
yeah,
Well,
just
that's
be real.
good. That's good.
So
You have a good head on your shoulder. You know where you want to go. You see the vision. We have haters too, but I'm gonna tell you what. I just tell a hater, I'll be like, "Thank you. Now get your ass in line.
Bring
Just
him on. Bring him
go
on.
get in line with the rest of them, but
Bring him
keep
on.
following, because those are your fans too. But you know, social media is also a great way to connect with fans and generate new fans. I think you did a live a while back. Was it on social media? The live you did, right? How are
yeah.
you working it? How are you working social media to just do that very thing? Feed your fans and generate new fans.
Well, I'm a really honest, as I told you, person. I like to share my day by day. I have a team, of course, that help me out with social media, because there are a lot of things
That's
that
awesome.
I yeah, there are a lot of things that I don't know about it. There are people that study these things, you know, and I think they are incredible tools. But one thing I learned about life is that you have to be good and smart with
Mm,
everything, you
mm-hmm.
know.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, social media, you have to be smart to use it, you
Oh
know,
yes, yes. There's some.
because yeah, there's some it can be really dangerous, and it can be really hurting, because there are always people comparing themselves, the bodies, everything, you know. It can be really toxic if you don't use it right. And I always try myself to you know, to lay on my team and ask any question I have, and just be myself, because people notice those things. People, if you're
Mm-hmm.
faking, if you're not being real, people notice. So I just, you know, I see like a lot of family, but behind the phone, inside my phone, like all the family I have, and incredible people.
You're
That's how.
blessed. You're very blessed, and shout out to your team, because you're right. Social media can be the devil. It can just be terrible if you don't know what you're doing. There's so many scammers out there. You do have to be, especially when you're a celebrity figure in the limelight. You had something?
Yeah, I had a question too. You ever consider maybe going on to something like even for more exposure, like a AGT or
America's
The
Got
Voice?
Talent or something, one of those shows.
You ever think about that?
Well, I went to one of those in Spain, but I went more for living the experience because almost every show of those, what they offer as a prize is a contract, is a record label deal, and I already had those. I feel blessed about it, so I don't want to go for something that I already have and people need it. There's a
Where's
lot of
that audience?
good artists that really need it, and they unfortunately they don't have the exposure I've had. So I went mostly to live the experience, of it. And I went also as a dare because someone dared me to do it, a friend. And yeah, I went once, but I don't think I would go again to compete because this I also hate competition. I think everybody has their own stuff, and
Right.
you know
I feel that
I'm
way too.
yeah, but I did a lot of friends too, and I wouldn't go because I know there's people who never experienced what is to have a contract deal, that emotion, that excitement that they that they need it.
We know exactly, and I mean no offense to any of those type of shows, but they're not a fan of mine. I try not to watch it. We've had many guests from all those type of competition shows, and those they try to change you. I mean, first of all, you're signing for their benefit first. I mean, for their motto. For it's a long story, but yes, I'm so glad you are like got the experience,
Well, I
showed
just had
the
to
people
ask.
that
I just had to ask.
don't dare me because I can freaking do it. I'm that good. But then move on your own path.
Because I know even as an established artist, sometimes it's very difficult to get your music out there, get airplay. I mean, it's just a struggle because just getting it into rotation into some of these stations is a chore.
You're doing your own thing, and you're just like sizzling. Let me like, psst, you're like sizzling hot, doing your own thing. Keep doing that.
That's why I was asking. Yeah, I'm sure you'd love to get yourself into rotation onto some of these major players.
Everything happens for a reason, and your path is doing what it is doing. But now, tell me, am I correct that this happened in 2017, and it's still making news? The message that you put in the green wine bottle over in Havana, Cuba, you sent this message to the water goddess, and during Hurricane Irma, it ended up in Central America. Actually, it ended up near Melbourne, Florida, at a Cuban restaurant. Is that
Yes.
wow? There, we showed the picture of the message. You did it in Spanish to the water goddess. First, tell me about the water goddess.
Well, in Cuba, we have, there are a lot of religions because we are like mixed people, of everything. There's so many cultures and religions believing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's a Nigerian religion that came with with the slaves. So they brought the Spanish conquerors came from brought from Africa, and it's a beautiful religion with a lot of goddess. And one of those gods and goddesses is Yemaya, who is the queen of the water, of the seas and everything. And we have a beautiful church because those gods and goddess have also a synchrony with Catholic virgins and saints, and there's a beautiful church for her, for that virgin, in front of the Havana Bay. And I wanted to. I was having a dinner with a friend of mine, and we had such a great time. We ate pasta, we took wine, and at the other day I woke up and I was cleaning up everything. I was like, you know what, I'm not going to throw this bottle to the garbage. I just gonna do some. I just wanted to do something special with it. So I wrote all my prayers in it. I always wanted to come here to the States, try my music here, because all of the artists as I've always really loved and feed of are from here. So I always wanted to come here. And yeah, I wrote that down. I toast the message in the bottle, and I went to the church and I went with my grandma, and I throw it to the sea. And a couple of months later, someone contacts me through my email saying, "Are you the bottle girl?"
The bottle girl. Why, yes.
Yes, me. But this is kind of a, I thought it was kind of a prank, or someone, just found my bottle in the shore, because my grandma
This is
always
who
told me
found
that,
it.
yeah, in front of that church, there are a lot of fishermen, because that's the Havana Bay. And first thing that came to my mind, that was one of those fishermen, because my grandma told me they're gonna take your bottle and they're just gonna read your intimacy. And I was like, don't worry, grandma, it's just her faith, and that's it. My job's done here. But then they started to describe my letter, and they started to read it to me, and they started to, it was the owner of the Cuban restaurant who contacted me first, and told about that beautiful girl that appears in the picture. We were speaking yesterday. Her name is Nikki, and she found the bottle along with her boyfriend, and now it's her husband, and they're the cutest couple ever. And yeah, I finally get to see my letter last weekend in Florida, and it was so touching and so moving. And
they have it hanging up too, right?
Yeah, that's my letter. And that's other vision that Cubans are all really devoted to. It's called Oshun, the Virgen de la Caridad. And the restaurant owner is devoted to that virgin. And yeah, he kind of plays it there in a secret.
And it was his honor to make sure that wish get carried out. And that is so, see how prayers are answered.
But wait a minute. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what I heard Chila gave away? She goes, a friend dared her to go on to that talent show. A friend dared her to throw that message. Right? So if anybody dares you to do shit, it's that, there she goes.
Well, I'm going to dare you to invite me to one of your concerts when you're over here, and you are here in Atlanta. So, keep me informed on all you're doing, because you just never know. We would love to see you live in concert. Matter of fact, here, do something live right now. Exhibit the greatness of Chila Lynn.
Give us an acapella.
Yeah.
I'm going to sing a little bit, because this summer, after all the Virgin support and the people support and my team and you, I'm going to release my first single from the States to the world. And it's called Unleash Mo. So I'm going to sing a piece of that.
All right. Yes.
Okay. So it's like, I fell to the floor for a while, but I'm back on my feet. I thought I was gone, but I'm back, rising up without fears. Turns out life punched me just right to my face. But I'm back on my feet, and now that I'm on my feet, I will stand on my feet, and I'm not falling down again. No.
Woo! I think I'm going to go take a shower and see if I can do that. It'll sound a little bit different, but that was... Wow, you really are blessed with a great voice. Do you do exercises and things to keep your throat and voice in check?
Well, it's funny, because growing up, I always had a scare. I don't do anything. I just sing, because I was always scared about like warming up. I have a lot of friends to do it, and I respect it. But I was kind of afraid of, for example, in this business, there are a lot of things that are like quickly. Things that happen quickly, and sometimes you gotta go sing with a warming up, because you have to. Right. So I didn't, I wasn't. I didn't want it to have the necessity of warming up before I sing, because you never know when you're gonna sing. So I don't do any exercises. I just sing every day, and do my best to do it.
Bless
and
your
so you
heart.
don't do you have a vocal coach?
No.
Really? Okay.
Wow, you are just
you.
outstanding. What? So we have this new song, new single. That's the current goal. What about the future? What's the future version of Chila Lynn?
Well, I hope I'm gonna work really hard, because everything that happens to me is like fuel, and I want to make justice to my bottle that traveled so far to be here, to get here. And I'm receiving a lot of support. One more time, thank you, Queen, for having me on your show.
Oh, we thank you.
I just want to collab with as much as people, musicians, friends I find along the way. And I'm blessed, because I have my first 3 concerts already scheduled in June here in the States.
Yay!
Yeah, I have Houston on the 23rd. 26 is gonna be Austin, and I have also Tampa, and I have things in California and here in Atlanta. So I feel really blessed. I just wanted to, to sing, to do what I love, and keep recording and songwriting music. You're more than welcome, Queen, and you too. You
Smooth
both
Tim.
more than
Wait a minute. What the hell? And you two, who in the hell is
His new name. You too.
Okay.
But you know what? We were just in Texas, and you're going to be in. Did you say Houston and Austin?
Yeah, Houston, Austin. They're all is gonna be on the webpage. I'm not sure about the dates and the times, but all are gonna be on the website. That's chilalinofficial.com. Everyone that wants to be in tune with everything we're doing can go there and make sure don't miss it.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Since I just said the future version.
Wow.
I mean, no. In 5 years, do you have what is your plan for you? Where do you see yourself?
Honestly,
Yes.
I really want to at least to be nominated to Grammys.
Woo,
At least
get
want
it.
to be like, because as I told you, I feel always so grateful that people, surround my name with all of those big names. Like, if I'm sitting in a chair in the Grammys night and I see all the artists that I always admire there, and I can be a part of it,
Mm-hmm.
that could be amazing. I'm not here to compete with anybody. I just want to be a part of all this incredible
That's
music.
gonna happen and more.
That's a nice vision for yourself.
That's gonna happen
like
and
that.
more. I had that vision too when Smooth retired. We sold the house. I bought an RV and I traveled doing stand-up comedy, and it has opened up the path for a lot of things. All I wanted to do in life was my comedy and radio, what I'm doing now. And we've met some great people, including today meeting the wonderful, the beautiful, the multi-talented Chila Lynn. Chila Lynn, Chila, come here, Chila Lynn. I love that name. Are you kidding? I'm like, oh, I love it. I'm gonna try and sing your song. I'm gonna record it again and try and sing it because it helps people like me who can't sing, wish we could sing, and we just try. But you have it going on. Is there anything that you want to add? Because we're gonna go out with Real Woman. That's from the album Real Woman, and tell everybody where we can go. Where can we get caught up on all the great music that you have available?
We're on these platforms: Apple Music, Spotify. We're on Instagram, Twitter, the webpage, as I told you. Even TikTok is new, and we're there too. Snapchat, and it's all Chila Lynn or Chila Lynn Official. The first single, Unleash Mode, from the state is it's gonna be out July 1st this summer. And yeah, connect with me because I love to connect with people. So
Absolutely.
you're welcome.
Absolutely. Now, when you go do these concerts, do you have your own band?
Yeah,
Ooh, girl.
I play piano. Sometimes I go. It depends on the show. It depends on the feeling. Sometimes I go piano solo. Sometimes I go with a jazz trio. Sometimes I go with a huge band of R&B and pop music. Yeah, I always want to innovate things and do daring things to myself because, yeah, I just want to be up to the challenge, and I respect the audience so much. So I just want people to get in a rocket and in my concert, and have the trip of their lives.
And they will, they do, and they shall indeed. Is there anything else you want to add before you go?
Thank you, Queen. Thank you for having me. I mean,
we love it. Come on. Keep me posted on anything else you're doing. I will gladly share it out there. And listen, we want to have you back so that we can update after you get into some of these
After
places.
she wins her Grammy.
No, before the Grammy. much before the Grammy, and continue to be the great mommy that you are. In fact, you're busy being a mom, you're busy being an artist. What do you like doing? Well, what are some hobbies or things that you like to do when you have free time?
Well, I like to be with my son, with my friends, learning languages, as I told you. Music, because music it's always there. It's kind of my lifestyle. It's not only my work. And read. Make sports. I love, kickboxing and
All
stay
right.
active.
Girl.
Oh, a ruffian.
That's right. Nobody's gonna bother you because you just do like round kick them and be like,
throw some Bruce Lee shit on her.
Heck yeah, she's a total package right there. And so once divorced, is you looking, or are you just focusing on your career right now? Where are you at with that?
I decided to leave God my love life. I decided to trust him not only on my process and everything, also to wait for him to send me the right man. But right now I'm focused on my career, on my son, on my friends. And I say that when he send that man to me, I will recognize it. So
that I believe that too. That's how it happened with Smooth and myself. Kid you not, we've lived our whole life around each other. He lived in a different city. I worked in and never. We went through our own marriages and experiences. Yeah, never knew until that one day. And after that first date, he drove to my city with a U-Haul truck to move me back home. And it's been 15 years now.
Oh, my God.
So when it happens, you will know, and you are definitely worthy and going to get it. You're a total package. You have a lot to give, so they got to bring it.
And interestingly enough, that was after our careers were over.
Right.
Is when we met. So it could be, God has had the intention, if I don't want anybody messing around and interfering with, what I have intended for Chila.
Oh.
So
I've seen guys, these guys, probably even Stevie Wonder's had it happen before, where he's on stage singing and some woman throw up her panties. Listen, I'm telling all you men, don't be at her concert trying to throw them draws at her, okay? We don't play that.
Have you really had men throw their panties up on stage?
If a man threw panties at him, he better go on, okay? And his drawers or whatever. Look, we don't want that. That don't turn us on. I don't know. Mm-mm. You can throw us up your credit card, your money, your wallet, or something like that.
Throw up that platinum.
I'm just being silly. I'm just kidding at all that there. But, I do thank you so very much for being on the Queen Silvy Show. You're more than welcome to come back anytime. You are definitely headed for bigger time success, because you're already successful. You were successful once Mama gave birth to her little angel, and you just taking on and the gift that you have, and we're honored that you are presenting us with your gift. Just like we're going to go out with Real Woman. Anything that you want to say about it?
Just enjoy the song, and Real Woman is a call to be real, to be ourselves, because despite everything we wear or everything we have outside, what it's really going to leave your spot in this world, it's who you are and the change you're making with your most close one and the people you touch, and that's it.
That's great. I don't think I've asked you, but how can others follow you on social media? And how can you be contacted for booking? Because you are taking booking now. You want to take over the United States.
Well, I want, my dream is to be heard and have as much people singing my song as is possible for me, because my favorite part of my work, it's not the studio, it's the live.
Mm-hmm.
And the interviews, everything to share with people. I love the studio part, but what I really love is that moment, sharing music, skin to skin,
that 101.
Yeah. And that's what I really want from now on.
Well, you're already doing successful. You have great stage presence and magnificent voice. I only see bigger things for you. And yes, I wish you continued success in all that you're doing. Smooth, you had something?
Oh, I was just going to say, so I understand in 5 years she's going to be a Grammy winner, and up until then she's going to be doing a lot of live performances. So I would suggest to our audience that if you want tickets at an affordable price now, go see her.
Go check her out now while we can afford her, because she's
gonna
be
afford this shit.
Right?
I'm just saying.
You're gonna find you're gonna find this old white man and this old black lady at the back door talking about, we know her. Can we meet?
Come on, let us.
I'm like, she remember us? I hope you'll remember us. I'm like, but until then, hey, continue doing what you're doing. I'm a fan now. I love you. I appreciate you, and I'm honored to present off of the first album entitled Real Woman. Here is the single entitled Real Woman from Chila Lynn right here on the Queen Silvy Show. Thank you so much.
People spend all of their time looking for perfection. I thought he knew what perfect was. Oh, but now on reflection, he hopes to find someone new tonight. Gonna take his wrongs, turn them into right. She don't always have to dress up. She don't wear makeup, 'cause she carries herself too well. In the first light of morning, you just know, just still looks good. She ain't made for those magazines full of Photoshop queens telling her how she should be. Oh, there's no doubt about it, she's just real. As a woman can be, he keeps on searching for her. She can't be too far away from him. Even though he knows what he wants, he keeps getting fooled by this trickery. Because he cannot ask for all that he can see. It don't come easily. She don't always have to dress up. She don't wear makeup, 'cause she carries herself too well. In the first light of morning, you just know, just still looks good. She ain't made for those magazines full of Photoshop queens telling her how she should be. Oh, there's no doubt about it, she's just real. As a woman can be.
Well, that was
Yes,
nice.
that was beautiful.
Wasn't that sweet?
Yes, yes. I appreciate and admire the beautiful Chila Lynn. Chila Lynn.
Chila. She got a lot going on, so
Beautiful
you know,
song.
yeah,
Beautiful
ambitious.
woman. Yep,
So
doing some great things. I advise you all to follow her if you are in the Texas area, California area. Listen, go to her page and get the schedule of where she will be performing, and go get your entertainment on. She's a great artist doing some great things, has a lot to offer, and we're honored to have her here on the Queen Silvy Show. Follow her and follow Smooth and Queen. How's that?
absolutely.
Absolutely what? I said, how can you
Oh,
follow
you
Smooth
can
and Queen?
follow. Simply Google us. I mean, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, all this. I mean, so much that
Just simply Google Queen
simply
Silvy.
Google
the Queen
Smooth Tim
Silvy
and
Show.
the Queen Silvy Show.
But you know
yeah.
what else? You can also Google
What else can you
tomorrow's
just
show, which is so fantastic on a wonderful Wednesday as we present to you Tim's Tidbits with special co-host Larry E. out of Texas. Another great show in store, right, Smooth?
What, for tomorrow? Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It is so dynamic, and I know you're not going to spill the beans, right?
Negative.
not
I am
gonna
not
spill the
going to
beans.
spill the beans.
I will spill the beans about the next day, which is Thursday after Tim's Day, the terrific Thursday, and the Now You Know show.
See, I like
with
to play
Queen
the
Silvy.
game. If you want to know what we're talking about, frickin' tune in.
That's what you say, and he means it.
If you don't like what we're saying, frickin' call in.
Tim's Tidbits is every Wednesday evening, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time,
We're not
7
like that.
p.m.
That
Eastern
sounds
Standard
horrible, doesn't
Time.
it? You don't like what we're saying?
Check
Too
the
bad.
time zones, but do tune in. It's a great, great show with Larry E., co-host out of Texas.
Out of, yes, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Out of, Grand Prairie area.
And on Thursdays with the Now You Know show with Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim, bringing you exceptional, encouraging, inspirational, and even funny segments from great people all over the world. These segments are so filled and impact with greatness, and they're all 5 minutes each. So do give your time, and do get your blessings, and do get your entertainment and fulfillment on Thursdays with the Now You Know show every
And if you've
Thursday
got some
evening.
content you think could take up a nice 5-minute segment that people would appreciate, let me know, right?
Yeah, let Smooth know. But you can check out the ones that are there every Thursday evening, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do check your time zones, but it is so phenomenal.
Yes, it is. And you're just so amazing.
I know, right? I am amazing.
This is something. It is what it is.
See?
What are you going to do about it?
I'm going to go
It's
and
like
eat.
a curse, isn't it? It's being amazing.
No, it is what it is. That's just how it is. But I am also hungry. And that is for you, as I say to you.
What are you trying to say? We're out of here?
Damn right.
I guess until next week, same Queen time, same Queen station.
Holla.
We shall holla.
That's right.
Bye. Wait, I don't want to look at that. That's you say goodbye, Queen. Say goodbye.
Goodbye, Queen. Goodbye.
How your lawn looks says a lot about you. So put your lawn care maintenance into the hands of someone who really cares. They're reasonable, experienced, reliable, licensed, and insured. They are Top-Notch Lawn Care of Toledo, Ohio. Commercial and residential services are available all year long. Call or text them today for a free estimate. Top-Notch Lawn Care of Toledo, Ohio. 419-708-0005. Top-Notch Lawn Care of Toledo, Ohio.